Hey guys, welcome back to the NBTX Living Channel. My name is Chase Bradley.
I'm Veronica Bradley.
And today we're going to talk about the difference between getting a brand new home or a pre-owned home. And by pre-owned, I'm not just talking about 2 or 3 years. We're talking about 10 years or more, a true pre-owned home here in Texas. Are you torn between the charm and character of a pre-owned home or the allure of a brand new pristine property? We're here to help you make an informed decision. We'll be exploring everything from cost considerations to customization options so you can choose the perfect home that fits your lifestyle and budget.
So let's get started with talking about new homes. And we all know there's a lot of new inventory here in South Central Texas.
There's a ton of new homes being built all over this area. And the one thing that we hear a lot of people saying is they're just expensive. New homes, by and large, are more expensive than pre-owned homes. A lot of times builders know that their homes, they're priced a little bit higher than comparable pre-owned homes in the area. So they're willing to offer you incentives to purchase.
Some of these incentives would be like buy down your interest rate. They're gonna pay all your closing costs. They'll throw in some upgrades. So it's really negotiable. That's why it's important to go in with your realtor, with your agent, because there's some things that may not be on the table, but all real estate, regardless if it's new or pre-owned, it's all negotiable. So with new homes, there's a lot of complaints that I've heard, and I agree with this one, is there's lack of trees, because a developer is going to come in, they're going to take down most of the trees, they're developing the land. However, there are some communities where they do preserve the trees. I feel like those communities are higher priced too, because people want established trees, pecan trees, oak trees. So a lot of feedback we get is there's no trees, and sometimes you'll start out with a baby tree.
So another bad thing about new builds is going to be the delays. This doesn't really, factor in so much if you're buying an inventory home, but if you're building a home, this is when this really comes into play. We saw this a lot during 2020, and it's still persistent all the way up till now. It's 2023.
Right now we have a client who is under contract, and it was a dirt build, still a dirt build. And there is an estimated date on any home that you build, right? Even with pre-owned homes, it's a moving target. It's always a moving target. Well, we had recently some rain and a lot of wind in a certain area, and they had the framing up. It was not braced. I think that's the correct terminology. Why was it not braced? I don't know. Usually you brace it, but I think it's a process. It would have been braced, but they weren't quite there yet. So the next day, the builder called me and said hey, don't panic. We're gonna get this fixed. And this is actually what it looks like, because all the framing came down. And this is a huge house, actually. So of course, our client was devastated. And, we talked to them and said, this is unfortunate. The builder is gonna take care of it. They got that back up within 10 days. So it's not really gonna push a delay on their closing, but the builder is very reputable and honest, and they encountered a problem and they found a solution. They fixed it.
And new builds all over the South Central Texas area are gonna be a part of an HOA. If you don't know what HOA is, consider yourself lucky. No, I'm just playing. It's a homeowners association. Sometimes they're called property owners associations, but basically they have a groundwork or guidelines of things that you can and cannot do to your home or to your property. And some people just don't like that.
I don't necessarily think HOA is evil. I think it's important when you're looking for a home, if you absolutely hate HOA, then you shouldn't get a home that has HOA. However, keep in mind, HOA is gonna be there with new homes, even if you're paying X amount of dollars a year and there's no amenities. So, you have to play devil's advocate here. If there is something that you want, like amenities, make sure you're paying for that, right? If you're gonna pay something, but if you want like a swimming pool, make sure to find an HOA that has that.
So a lot of people will say that they really don't like new build communities because they use this term cookie cutter. right? Where every house looks the same, has the same elevation, and a lot of people don't like it. They want to be able to customize. They want to have a custom house, something that looks completely different than a lot of other people. There's some builders that are way better, and they have rules in place that like you can't have the same house next to another house or within 2 houses of each other within a circle. But then there's some builders that don't have that rule. And when you look down their line, it just looks like a straight line of houses that all look the same. And that can be a little bit monotonous, right, for some people.
If you do a dirt build, you can pick out some options. So you can pick out the elevation, you can pick out the type of exterior that's put on it, the color of it. Keep in mind, most builders in a cookie cutter community, they already have the specs, which is like the floor plans that the city approved that they're going to put within that subdivision. And so there's not much you can change with the structure of the home, but you can change some of the exterior parts of the home within reason.
One final thing, talking about new build communities, a lot of the times the lots are just smaller. Unless they're building on like the extreme outskirts of the city, they're trying to build in the city, trying to keep it close and convenient. The lots are just smaller.
And sometimes there's some builders that have, half an acre to an acre lots, but you're gonna be paying a higher price because they're not cookie cutter homes. They're just semi-custom to custom homes. So different price points, way different price points. But if that's something you're looking for, that's available.
All right, and now onto the pre-owned homes. And like I said earlier, we're talking about homes that are like 10 years and older, right? You still may have an opportunity to purchase a pre-owned home that still has builder warranty and all this stuff. That's not specifically what we're talking about. We're talking about houses that are kind of outside of that builder warranty period, 10 years and older. First thing that a lot of people don't like about pre-owned homes, potential hazardous conditions. Previously, they used to use asbestos in everything. Now, you don't see that anymore. But if you're buying an older home, you may still see that. Same thing with lead paint. If you're buying a house that's an older house, that may be something you have to worry about.
Not necessarily worry about, just do your due diligence. There's a form here in Texas, so it's actually a federal law you have to fill out, letting you know if your home was built for a certain time frame, year. There's potential of lead being in your paint or in your piping.
So while a lot of these older homes, pre-owned homes, may be a lot cheaper or less expensive than what you're gonna find in a new build community, you have to think about the problems that are associated with the aging roof, plumbing, foundation. All of those things have an additional cost to them.
Yeah, even down to the appliances. I went into an older home that had a refrigerator back from the 80s. I was so in love because it still had the ice maker that worked. I didn't even know we had an ice maker back in the 80s, but this particular fridge did. And it was a very nice, charming appeal. And it worked, it was a great fridge. But what if that appliance or some other appliance don't work as well? So you have to think about an appliance package that you're gonna have to replace newer appliance if you get an older home. So again, pros and cons. Again, I love older homes.
Exactly. And another thing, just because this is South Texas, we definitely have to talk about it. HVAC in your AC.
Ooh, hot thinking about it.
Exactly, right? So in Texas, your HVAC is not going to last as long as the manufacturer would normally say it's going to last, right? Texas is hot. We just came off of like 60 days of 100+ degree weather.
3 digits, yeah.
Yeah, so your AC is not really...
As we're doing this video, it was 68 degrees this morning. We went for a 2-mile walk. Anyway.
It was good.
It was great.
Maybe fall is coming. Maybe
I put my seat warmers on because I was kind of cold. Kind of. I was kind of cold because I had the windows down. I had my dogs with us and I was like, okay, I'm kind of cold. So I put and I didn't do an iced coffee. I did a hot coffee today.
Oh, wow. Things are changing. So, and finally, with pre-owned homes, one of the things that a lot of people don't even think about is problems with the title. So we ran into that situation where we were trying to help somebody sell a home and they didn't have clear title.
And it's crazy because the title company did do a title search in the beginning, but this home was built in the 20s, so there was a lot of things that needed to come to light. It was handwritten on a deed or title, and basically saying that the mom owned it, not the son. Again, handwritten. It's crazy. So at that particular moment, mom and son didn't quite agree. They weren't on good terms. So we had to cancel the contract. We had a buyer for it too. And so we did our due diligence. Like he was on the Bearcat. We did everything. But sometimes there's a cloud in title. It pops up. It happens a lot with older homes. It happens a lot. There's wholesalers out there. And there's some great wholesalers that we know. And they do a great job. But there's also some wholesalers that don't even know what they're doing.
When considering pre-owned homes, you can enjoy the charm of established neighborhoods and potential cost savings. On the other hand, new homes offer the opportunity for customization, modern amenities, and the peace of mind with warranty coverage. It's all about finding the right balance that suits your lifestyle and budget. And that wraps up our comparison between pre-owned homes and brand new homes. Really hope that you found some valuable information out of this video, maybe some things that you really weren't thinking about prior to the start of this video.
And remember, there's no right or wrong choice when choosing between a new home or a pre-owned home.
That's right. It really just depends on your preferences and your priorities. Until next time,
Bye.
Bye.